Program alarm 1201. You will go on the 1201 ring. Roger, go 1201.
If you give me the stem, so I'm gonna see what you're talking about.
You got some bounce to it though.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
How that thing? We recording right now. I'm gonna chop all this part off for the final cut. How that thing?
It's dope, man. It's dope.
Your face. It's dope.
It's dope.
Real right.
Shouts out to my dog.
Shouts out. Well, man.
Good night. Production day, man. And
yeah.
I needed this production day, bro.
You sounded like it, bro.
I needed this one, bro. I needed this one.
Everything straight?
Yeah, everything good, man. Man, you just know quarantine life, man. It's not necessarily fun with a house full of preteens.
Everybody doing school.
Yeah, everybody doing school. So people are kind of like, everybody's kind of grumpy. They can't go anywhere right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a long time, man. It's a long time when you being cooped up. So I get before it was a release therapy from being busy, and now it's a release therapy from being not too busy and with other stuff. So yeah, man. So it's just I needed this one, bro. So it's dope.
Any word on when they gonna lift this?
Man, the way I was looking like it was looking like summertime magic, bro. Summertime is when they're gonna do it.
They're not gonna lift it in May?
They just saying they pushed this all the way to June. You know what I'm saying? Like
June? In New York they pushed it to June?
It's looking like they're gonna do that. Right now they said May. You know, and
because we 6 days away, 5 days away from the end of May.
Yeah.
May ends on next week. No, May ends this week, Friday.
So May
1st is Friday.
Wow.
May 1st is Friday. So if they're gonna call it, they gotta call it this week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised if they're gonna bump it to June. They probably, you know, Trump secretly is trying to push it for like soon in May, because, you know, I don't think the economy probably couldn't sustain a whole another 5 weeks with all this stuff, man. So they're gonna have to get people to start spending money.
Georgia opening up.
Yeah.
Is it Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia.
Is Georgia? Is somewhere else too. Georgia, South Carolina,
yeah,
and another state, Tennessee. I feel like they starting up on Monday.
Yeah, but see like some of those mayors, like some of the mayors and stuff, like in the city of Atlanta, the mayor and Savannah, my hometown, and the mayor was like, even though it is lifted, man, y'all please stay in the house. Like they're going against it, because, you know, it's going to be rough getting back normal. Like a lot of people think that it's going to be like a smooth transition to getting back to normal. Everybody's like, I wish I could get back to it. It's not that simple. Like it's like when your car's been off for a whole long time and you're trying to crank it, you gotta let it warm up. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be the big hurt this year with a lot of things like that, man. So people just trying to get on their feet, and the ones who are able to take advantage of this time and kind of get ahead, because there's always people that can find, you know, success in chaotic type situations, and they could propel ahead. So, I mean, I was talking to one of my partners. I'm like, look, the playing field is about to be like even. Like people who are super, super rich, you know, they not, you know, when you can say we're in a time where Apple, within the course of 72 hours, went from being $1 trillion company to $1 billion company, and on the verge to be $1 billion company. Like, that's crazy. And
you seen what the stocks is lately? I haven't seen the Apple stock. It's still 180.
It's I think it went up a little bit, and this brings up to another thing. I was checking out. I was literally about to cop the 2019 Apple MacBook Pro, but they're about to drop another one.
September
2020. No, there's two. There's one coming in September, and then there's one coming in springtime. They're trying to hint about May, but they're trying to think about more like June.
They always drop in September though.
They drop twice a year. That's why when you see the ones, they got like mid 2018. So they usually drop one in the spring, and then they drop one around Black Friday type stuff. And it's usually the better one that usually comes early, and then they drop the big whomper later, or they do the most expensive one first, and then they drop the other one later on in the fall.
Do they do a keynote in the early spring? Because I know they do a keynote in September for the fall.
Yeah, they just did one apparently probably like a month ago. It was fairly recent. And I've been doing my research because once I saw it was like they're about to drop. I'm like, yo, why would I buy 2019 when I can get
2020.
it? Yeah, but see, they dropped the price. When I was looking for it, they dropped the price $100. And then, of course, the more expensive one, like the 16-inch, if you get the 16-inch, you get $600 off of that. So that's kind of the better buy, and I can tell that's what they want you to get because the one that the 13-inch, that's like it was $1,300 and they bumped it down to $1,200, and the 16 was like $2,300, $2,400, something like that. Now you can get it for $18. You see what I'm saying?
Did they drop that yet, or are they about to drop?
That's the dropped off price because it's originally like 20, like over 2 racks.
Is that the 2020 version?
No, that's the two 2019s they're getting out. They haven't specified the prices on the new ones yet. The only one that came out where they dropped the nuts on them was the new MacBook Air, because the MacBook Air is always known for being weaker than the Pro, and really it doesn't have enough memory and stuff. Well, it's
a step up from an iPad.
It basically is a super iPad. Yeah. And what they did this time though is they made it with more components of a laptop. So now they're trying to compare the 2019 MacBook Pro to the MacBook Air. And the MacBook Air, this MacBook Air is better than that 2019 Pro, and then this 2019 Pro is pretty decent. So I don't know. I'm just waiting now. I'm just like, all right, let's see what you do at Apple. Let's see what you put.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy like that, man.
I don't know. Now you got me thinking. I was going to think around Christmas time, but if you're saying the ones that come out early in the year, better.
Yeah, I've been reading some of these sites, man, and just checking up, checking my sources and stuff. And a lot of them say that they dropped twice. Some people say that there's really no telling which ones are going to drop, like which ones they're going to do, because right now they're in the dark. So it's kind of everybody's just doing speculations right now, which I take that with a grain of salt. I listen to it and I see what's good, but other than that, it's been pretty. I'm just watching, bro. Like I'm just sitting here watching like a hawk, like just waiting for that time to come.
We got some stuff to talk about. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Man, listen, it's been crazy, man.
I'm gonna turn this fan off in case this wind get in the microphone, because I can't hear it, but in the room I can hear the fan, so I'm sure the mic is gonna pick it up.
You Gucci.
I'm gonna let you do it, bro.
What you on your laptop mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you good. What's good? Oh, we already recorded, right?
Yeah, you got to throw it.
That's so clear right there, man.
We've been recording, but I'm gonna chop all that off, man. I'm gonna let you start it off.
That's good stuff, man.
I know. I'll put it back in there.
Hey, what the? Yo, and we on. What's good, man?
What's happening with you, man?
Man,
back. Man. We on. Welcome back to another episode of 1201 the podcast, man. Live and direct, cross country. How about that? Wow. How about that?
Finally went to Wakanda.
Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Man, listen, it's crazy. It's like I felt like production day is like a long lost memory, man. I haven't seen it, but crazy enough, we doing production day. Where we at? You doing production day right now? You live in the studio?
Yeah.
I was doing production day. We shooting video for Vibe Zone.
Man, I can't wait to look at that footage, man. I downloaded it too, man. I can't wait to check it out, man.
It's gonna be super lit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be super lit. Yo, listen, man. I'm your man, So It Go Jay. That's So It Go Jay with all underscores in between. I'm rocking with my man, Twizzle Man 56. Go shout at him, Twiz. Shout at him, Twiz.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Twizzle Man 56. Holding it down right here on 1201 Podcast. Shout out to So It Go Jay.
Mr. Certified.
Media. Shout out to just everybody that's holding it down. King of D, what's happening? Ryan Show, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? What's good?
Big T.
Hey, Questions Bar Roy, what's good, man? Back home in the Seaport.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, man. It's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. We've been locked in the house. We've been quarantined up. We've been going crazy. People out there in Michigan is violating right now. They're out there in Michigan What they doing? They out there with their guns, picketing and
They rioting out there, man. What they writing? What can you possibly writing for right now? What are you writing for? The open back up?
so yeah, it's everything is to open back up, man. They're saying that what the government, local, state, federal, what they're doing is illegal. They can't force them to stay in their house. They can't force them on a lockdown. People are going nuts saying, you can't force me to wear a mask. You can't force me to wear gloves. You can't force me to wash my hands. People is out here saying, you can't force me to wash my hands. I seen one video. I really can't cite it. I don't know where the dude was from, man. But he was out here talking about, I don't use hand sanitizer. I wash my hands. He was like, I don't do it. I probably won't do it. And it's going to make my immune system stronger. This man has bumped his head, bro.
Man, that's how them homeless people be, bro. Them homeless people supposedly have the strongest immune system because they just endure all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like in a bad way, though.
But they get sick, but they gotta get sick to get immune to it.
Yeah.
You know, you get a vaccine. Let's stay on topic with it. You get the flu vaccine.
Yeah.
The flu vaccine is the flu. They give you the flu.
Building resistance.
Yeah, they say expect to get sick for the next 10 days.
Yeah.
So they're like, here, get sick. It's like, we're gonna give it to you first.
Yeah.
So if you get it from somebody else, you be like, nah, I had this already. I'm good. I know how to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I trust in the science behind it. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. People out there losing their mind, man. They out there, they putting pressure on the government. That's why I feel like some of these states are jumping the gun a little bit to opening up real soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's one of those things where you got to be cautious in the same, because people are actually dying, bro. These people's lives are going out of the way. But at the same time, like, you got to think, man, it's people that don't sit still long enough in one space, man, and need to get out. And sometimes you just got to go. I went on a Walmart run the other day, bros, and, you know, we rode by one of the parks because, you know, it's like, man, you know what, we're not getting out the car. Let me ride around here, you know, take the long way. And we went to the park, and there's people in the park that was grilling.
Oh, yeah, you took.
It was riding flags.
Where you was at? You was at Flushing? Or you was in Rock?
No. This was like Hempstead State Park. Yeah, you know,
it's crazy because they got it bad out there.
Yeah, and they riding around. People playing soccer outside. I'm just like,
word.
You know, yeah, bro. People playing soccer. The good fields. People hopping the fences. It's bro. People are just tired of being in the house, bro. And it's as crazy as it sounds with the disease out there. It's like, man, they choose life, man. Look, I'm not about to. If I go, I go. That's the mentality of a lot of people. It's like, if I go, I go. And it's kind of unfair, but I see where they're coming from, bro. Like, even me, I have to go for a ride. Like, I gotta go for a ride. So,
you don't feel like you safe though? Like, I'll do that too. I'll go for a ride, but I'll be in my car.
Yeah, in my car.
I ain't gonna go out there with them and go play soccer with them. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah,
you dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm not pulling up to my homie's house and like, yo, let's go chill, let's kick it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I pull up to a friend's house, you know, we maintain a distance and we talk.
Yeah.
We don't dap it up no more and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, one of my friends came up to me and walked up to me and tried to dap me, and I had to give him the Heisman. I had to be like, oh. I had to give him the Heisman real quick. Like, yo, you still a homie, but.
Yeah, I do. Social distance.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I'm sure they ain't have it.
Yeah.
But they might have encountered somebody and said, you know.
You just take the message, man.
That's it, man. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't worried about me getting sick. I'm worried about getting a loved one sick. Worried about getting somebody sick. That unintentional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I too, man. I'm going through it, feeling cooped up in the house. You know, always like, I swear to God, I'm so sick of my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the only one, man. I'm so sick of my phone. I'm sick of every 2 seconds this damn phone is in my hand. You know what I'm saying? And I done checked Instagram 50 million times, 11 times through the Facebook, through the Instagram.
That's it.
I just keep picking it up.
Yeah. I mean, I just try to be productive in it. Like, so like, if I feel like, if I at one thing I look at that's not where I look at, I need to go find something that I need to look at. So if I look at something crazy, like I watch my football highlights, so like, all right, I need to go on somebody's hashtag or something like that and just try to find. That's the only way that can combat that. Because I feel you can stare at your phone and an hour that went by. You're like, oh, shoot.
I really ain't do nothing with that hour. Like, I just look at the same post over and over. But how you dealing with that, man? Like, the only thing going on is the draft. Like, ain't no football game, ain't no basketball, ain't no baseball, ain't no. Damn, they ain't even got UFC. Did they stop wrestling or they still wrestling?
I think wrestling's still wrestling, but it's an arena full of nobody. So, I mean, what's the fun in that? And I'm pretty sure the wrestlers themselves probably like, bro, I gotta have fans.
It's 1:00.
I mean, it makes sense. It was staged anyway. Oh, we won't go there.
Listen, you tell some people that's like saying Santa Claus ain't real, but you better watch your mouth, but they'll come for you.
Yeah, that's true. No, people do take it serious, man. Shout out to WW. I don't even know what they call it themselves now. They stopped calling themselves the WWF, man, WWE. They stopped all that. Yeah, listen. Shout out to Raw. Shout out to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and Thursday Night Throuple. All that. All that junk. I don't know.
Hey, you did a commercial for them boys. Just
Wednesday Wash Up. All them wrestling federations, man, everything.
Watch up. Ooh, sure.
I don't even know, man. But how are you a huge sports fan too, man? How you making out right now with none of these sports events? I flipped through ESPN, I flipped through Fox Sports.
Yeah.
Man, they got games from 1996 and 2005.
They gotta show something. They ain't got nothing to show. Oh, the drafts has been the only things that's been popping. You got this draft. And then, earlier this year, they had the soccer draft, the MLS draft. The whole basketball season is on hold. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. And this is what drives people crazy. There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. You got classes. And if you're annoyed with that, if you got kids, you're super annoyed right now because you got to be not only one teacher, but you got to be a teacher, however many kids you got in the house. Yeah. So parents is like, listen.
I need to get these kids out of the damn house.
Listen, they got to go outside, burn this energy, bro. They can't stay up here and eat all these goddamn snacks.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Nah, because it's true. You get complacent. You sit in one spot, what you end up doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is probably the most Netflix I've watched in my entire life.
Bruh.
A little bit of time.
Bruh, aren't you done with it yet? Like, I feel like I've watched every single thing on it.
Bruh. I feel like if I watch another episode, it's like it's entertainment. But I was like, if I watch another episode, my eyes are gonna just.
You know what's been like a minute since I've seen the message that come up and be like, "Are you still there?"
Bruh.
No, because they know I'm still here.
They know.
They know I'm still here.
Go ahead and hit yes.
They don't even ask you no more.
I don't even ask.
It's like you can't be nowhere else. His message just come up and gone. Like, I know you there. You ain't got nowhere else you can be.
Hey, you know why they do that though? Originally, you know why they do that. Netflix and chill.
Are
you still there? No.
You gotta hit the button.
Thanks, Netflix.
you gotta get the voice command on the Netflix. I'll be like, yeah, I'm still here. I'll be like, copy that.
Copy.
Oh no, man. But yeah, man. So yeah, you been keeping up with the music, man?
Yeah, man. And speaking of music, bro, you see your boy Kanye finally a billionaire, bro.
3.3 to be exact.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you got. Put some respect on his name, man. That's the Yeezus. That's the Yandi. That's the Yiga Moratis. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Do you think that now that you see that he's a billionaire, and obviously he made a lot of extra money with that new Sunday service and the album he recently dropped, you really think that was fake for album sales for him to get back in there?
Do I think it was faked? No.
Yeah, no.
But I think something has to be said about the fact that he made a gospel album and a gospel tour.
Yeah.
And not to say that gospel music doesn't do numbers. Gospel music does numbers. Gospel music does numbers like how country music does numbers. They have a loyal fan base.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
But you know what I mean, like loyal fan base.
Okay, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like country fans are loyal to that genre.
Yeah.
You don't see them stepping out. Yeah. And same with gospel. Gospel fans are loyal to that genre. They don't step out.
Yeah.
So I mean, in that sense, not in the sense of the individuals. The individuals are completely different. You know what I'm saying?
That part, yeah.
Yeah. But no, I think a lot has to be said about the fact that he did, an entire gospel project and took it on the road.
Yeah.
And made it huge. Like celebrities that were coming out to it, fans that were coming out to it. I love the record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. You can look at it that way.
But 3.3 billion, I mean, he probably won't be talking all that mess come fourth quarter because taxes gonna be due right after that. So this is May. He got 2 quarters to run that money, to run the check up and get that money out of his account. Because if he don't, Uncle Sam want his piece.
Well, I mean, he is a religious.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I didn't even think of that. Because let's not talk much more about that. But if you know, you know. Listen, if you know, you know.
Put that on the screen. If you know.
If you know, you know. Facts. Bro. He might have figured it out. He might have figured out the loophole.
Man, listen.
Give it up to Saint Snipes, Saint Wesley Snipes, man. He's the father of this church.
He is, bro.
Wesley Snipes is the first one I started looking at. Like he's gonna figure it out. Nah, but Kanye figured it out.
Yeah.
That's how you get around it.
Yeah, there you go.
Crazy, man. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made it a religious thing, and then ain't got to worry about that. At least not as much as everybody else. So,
That part,
yeah. You seen your boy French Montana and Young Thug? They've been going at it. French Montana said some wild stuff about Kendrick Lamar.
When you share that, I was like, yo.
Bro, did you hear what he said about having more hits than Kendrick Lamar?
That's ridiculous.
This boy done bumped his head. You better stop playing. You better stop playing.
That's your man's, bro.
That's my man. Nah, I don't mess with French. he out there like he's like he might have made more chopped cheeses than Kendrick Lamar. He might have been in the deli selling more Lucy's than Kendrick Lamar. He looked like every ock. He looked like every deli ock. Talk about ock. I know you got the loose cigarettes, man. Ock, let me get a loose.
He does look like
I could be looking at you up and down, make sure you ain't no police. Like, all right, here you go. my friend.
Yeah, straight up.
Now he straight up look like every ock in the Bronx and Brooklyn, Harlem. He look like every deli dude that making a chopped cheese to somebody right now. He got some nerve to talk about he got more hits than Kendrick Lamar. He wildin'.
He first got some hits though, but
he a feature on him though.
Yeah.
I think his heat be a feature on. What's that one song? Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. Yeah.
A Sway Lee song, man. Let's keep it on.
Yeah.
Don't nobody listen to French's part. Don't ain't nobody singing French's part. I'm fast forward all that shit. I'm listening to Sway Lee's part.
That's it, straight to Sway Lee.
Fuck out of here, man. and he got into it with Thug over the same thing. And Thug ain't got more hits than Kendrick. Kendrick, he slaughtered Thug any day of the week.
Yeah.
Thug got his fans. Kendrick got a bigger fan base, I think. But I think just if you look at the music, Kendrick has the music.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You might be surprised, though. I mean, this man went to Dubai and made what was that? Like 40-something mil?
He made a mil point three. 1.3 mil for a 45-minute show.
Come on, man.
I think it was less than 45.
It probably was. It probably was 35.
You know what's crazy? Apparently, Takesha, Takesha 6ix9ine?
Yeah. Oh.
Apparently,
dang, bro.
Keisha's booked out for Dubai too, but obviously can't go. And he been out here running up a check. You know what I'm saying? He been out here getting
something like that.
Yeah, you remember he got that deal.
Yeah.
We got all that money up front before he went in the jail. So now he out here blowing that money. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm watching like the online presence or the online presence. He's paying money for that. He's paying money for these I guess you call them Instagram blog sites, these blog pages. He's paying them money to promote. And you see the posts that say you know, this rapper still wants to work with 6ix9ine, or which producer would you think should work with 6ix9ine? Those people ain't posting that for the sake of posting it. They getting bread to keep his name circulating. You know what I'm saying?
But that's part of the hustle of Instagram, though. Like, you get your influencers and you pay them a certain fee to do it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing too. He was an Instagram personality or influencer, Daniel Hernandez. He was doing that before he started doing the rap thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's a different way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different way. How you think those dudes be getting them twerk?
The way. That's the way.
Those dudes be getting them twerk videos. Hey, Ma, I pay you $25. Them girls cash out be going ham.
Just be here like bling, bling, bling.
That's it, bro.
What the hell is that?
All them twerk videos.
I guess it makes sense though. Don't nobody want to see our ass. We fuck around and get like 5-6 viewers in a month. I bet you right now we bring a third person in and she starts twerking on this bitch. We got like 500, 600. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck happened?
Booty, rockin'.
Yeah, man. We about to reformat 1201 the podcast. It's gonna be 1201 the twerkcast.
Oh, the twerk.
It's just gonna be like 2 minutes of us talking and then like 45 minutes of some girl shaking ass.
Highest rated show ever.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it takes nowadays, man. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, I heard old boy had all that money he's running through, jewelry, cars, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And he got all these shows, but you know, obviously he can't do the shows. He would get cleared. He would have to go through his PO, but that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? He just spend a little cash, get the lawyer to get all that greased up and you know, make his moves. But you know, the corona stopping him from being able to move. The corona stopping a lot of artists. You know, I saw a post about the baby.
The baby? That was the baby or Young Boy? Which one was it?
So Young Boy was, we gonna come back to that too. Young Boy said he ain't making no more music. Yeah. That was Young Boy.
Yeah.
Young Boy got on there and said, until they renegotiate my deal, I ain't making no more music. And I told you, I was like, this corona is exposing these bad contracts. All of these contracts, all these artists you thought was doing great and having a, you know, balling out and living life, now you're gonna see, because that money gonna stop.
Yeah, that might come from that show.
Mm-hmm. There was all their money was coming off the shows and promoting this and promoting that while they was on the road. You know what I'm saying? They do 3-4 nightclubs in one area. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if we touch down in Georgia and we doing clubs, you know, you would know 3 or 4 different clubs that we could walk through the same night. Yeah. Imagine getting 10 racks, 20, 30 racks for a walkthrough. You clear off 100,000 in one night and still do your show. Yeah. Those are just walkthroughs.
That's it. Just
they can't do none of that no more. So all that money done slowed up to a stop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's wild, right?
It's crazy.
A lot of folk been talking about what you gonna do, you know what I mean? Like getting it ready, man. But yo, Young Boy was one thing, just in general with his deal. But I heard about the baby. And we're gonna come, we gonna actually touch a break. We're gonna come back to this one in a second. But I'm gonna drop it on you real quick before we hit the break. The baby had $7 million worth of shows and walkthroughs and just appearances. Let's just say appearances lined up. So he's staked to lose $7 million if this thing goes to June.
Ooh.
Now, this is the end of April. We talking another 30 days and it's June.
Yeah.
So you telling me this man is set to lose $7 million in a mass of maybe 30 to 60 days, because we're going to count the time we've already been in quarantine. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
The baby always performing, bro. He everywhere.
Why he ain't doing his FaceTime performance? You know what I mean?
See, that's what I would have did if I was him. I'd have been doing that, man. Listen, he cranked it up.
Now I know you do video, and you being into the gaming world was dope.
Yeah.
You heard about Travis Scott breaking the internet on Fortnite?
Nah, what happened?
We can talk about that too off the break, man. Yo, we gonna hit you with a break. We'll be right back. It's your man, Twizzle 56. So we go, Jay. This is 1201 the podcast, man. We'll catch you back after the break.
Can we have a program alarm, 1201? You was going to 1201, Roger, go 1201.
Yo, welcome back. Back after the, oh, my bad.
I like it. Nah, right. Let's go. Welcome back, man. Welcome back to 1201 the podcast.
It was good.
You know what I'm saying? It's your two favorites. You dig what I'm saying?
Know it.
Twizzleman56. That's at TWIZZLEMAN 56. Your man, so it go Jay. You dig what I'm saying? With all the underscores in between.
Oh, God.
All the underscores in between. Yours in the mail, bro. I got you.
Mine don't.
I got to get to the iron. Yeah, I got to hit the sweatshop in the back. They don't even know I got the sweatshop in the back.
Straight off the boat.
Never not working. Never not working. One boat, off one boat, onto another boat. Never not working. Thanks, bro. Man, before we hit the break, man, we was talking about some of these people getting their pockets hurt by this corona, man. This corona came through and just started draining accounts and making people get in their feelings and making artists really tell on what's going on with their labels and their deals and all this other stuff, man.
They only get that little bit of percent off them record sales, and so they recoup by them shows. When you can't go nowhere, then you say open. I mean, come on, man. So people, what was the number of some people getting a show? Like, some people get like 200,000 a show or something like that.
That was even on the low end. I remember that episode. We was going through the whole list. Yeah, some of these people that were making upwards of 75K, 100K, 250K. Damn, there was a couple artists that were out there getting $250,000. Easy
Per show.
We talked about a couple of these cats that go out to Dubai. Dubai is footing them at a mill, almost $1.5 million. And they're not even doing full shows. You know, they're doing out there. They're going out there and doing things like the Le Mans. You know, the Le Mans is a race.
Yeah.
And it's a big event out there for them. So they have a halftime show, much like what we have in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So
they're just going out there for the halftime show, doing a real short, quick, bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm out.
Yep.
Cash a check.
Nice.
That's it. All expenses paid too. But, you know, there's some artists that I actually, you know, finding a way to get around this. Like, you know, Travis Scott, before we hit on the break, we were touching on him and what he was doing when he linked up with the people at Fortnite. Fortnite is a huge game. You know, it's probably one of the most popular games out there in the industry.
I saw the video, like I watched the video, and that was amazing. Like the graphics they had in the room and everything, and they had different songs they changed up. That was some next level type stuff.
Yeah. I
will say this: I'm not a super big fan of his music, but his videos and his like promo and stuff like that is A1. So I'm not surprised to see where he's at, man. He accomplished a lot of good things, man.
Yeah, you think he's really in tune with like the younger folks? You know?
Yeah,
like he knows what they want. He knows how to market to them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That whole thing about making an avatar and going in one of the most popular games that everybody playing on their phone right now.
Hey man, that real ones find a way and make it work.
Real ones find a way, man. You ain't never lied, bro. Listen, he put up numbers too. I think almost 13 million.
Yeah.
13 million viewers.
Yeah.
To watch his concert, which wasn't really him. It was an avatar of him, and he dropped a new record. And he did this like a festival over the course of 3 days. One at like 7 p.m. The next day he did like 8 p.m. Yep. It's crazy, bro.
And man, listen, all that stuff is crazy, and the people at Grand Theft should probably bite into that a little bit. You know, their online is off the chain now too.
Is it?
Grand Theft, yeah, because they
PlayStation or Xbox, both was it?
Yeah. Both. Online and stuff, and I think they're about to start it where you can cross play online now if it's not already here with the systems. Yeah.
Grand Theft Online. Wow.
Yeah.
I only thought that was like a one-player game. I didn't know they could do it.
It was a one-player game for the longest time, and of recent time, they tried it by playing it online. Like I think it was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
Where they tried on the people playing online. There was people that could do missions together. And do stuff online, and it got popular. Then it was basically anybody can come in and basically do whatever you do in a regular game almost, and do it online. Only thing that sucked, I like doing the missions. You know what I mean? So I like doing the missions, doing stuff. But then you got those people who are all
running around just to pull people out of cars and beat them up. That's all they want to do all day long. And they'd be like 6 and 7 years old with the headset. They'd be like, "Oh, your mama this, or your mama that."
Yeah. And then you know when you get the hackers get it, they got all kinds of weapons that's not even in the game. They definitely changed the avatar and stuff.
Screens start glitching. They jumping from one place to another. Like, yo, how do they even do that?
Yeah. So
I think that's what made me stop playing. I wasn't playing Fortnite. I was playing PUBG which is like Fortnite.
Yeah.
But you don't build nothing. And the first time a hacker got into the game was in the room in the server I was playing on. And he started doing that. Like, he would just jump and, like, literally take off like Hancock. You ever see Hancock?
Yep, yep.
He literally took off like Hancock. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, nah, I closed the shit down. I was like, nah, I don't want nothing else to do with this.
Yeah. It's some bad experiences, but you know, before they come and ruin it, the bots and all that stuff, it's pretty cool on certain games. I know Call of Duty is something that's dope. That
I love that game.
Yeah, that game is pretty dope.
That remind me of that old shooter game I used to play on the computer, man. It was it wasn't Splinter Cell, it was before Splinter Cell. It was like Biohazard or something like that. Right. But they had like a team game where they'd be playing like all day long. It'd be like 12 and 12 and all types of games, you know, first to get 25 kills. It's the same format they've always followed.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that stuff is lit. That stuff gets addictive too.
Yeah.
But nah, son, like listen, when I saw the numbers old boy put up at 13 mil, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
You can't fit 13 million people into a venue.
No, you can't. And you just got it online. Unlimited space. Just think about the people who didn't know about that.
You know, I think there are a slew of artists that can really make a killing with this. Beyonce, if she dropped something like the way she dropped, you know how she dropped Lemonade? Yeah. And she made it like a television event and a title event. So if you had title or only if you saw it on HBO, you could, you know, see that. You subscribe to that. So think about it like pay-per-view. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You pay $69.99 for a pay-per-view to see Beyonce release her next album, and it's all visuals and it's virtual and it's interactive, maybe even.
Yeah. The only other successful person that I saw that was able to do close to that was Marshmello. And
DJ.
His is pretty cool too, to see.
What was that like?
I mean, it's Marshmello, so they have a bunch of different effects, like the way they dance, and they play some of the top hits that he got going on right now. So that's how that is, man. And I think they're onto something for people who play Fortnite and stuff. Like, people don't be on there like that don't know about it. But it's mostly younger crowd. So like my kids love Fortnite.
Yeah, no.
Fortnite and Roblox.
That's still around?
Yeah, they still on Roblox. Yeah.
Roblox was it seemed like it was like the graphics weren't good, but apparently it's good for like socially.
It's not supposed to be good. It's blocks, you know what I mean? So they look like blocks, and they got little games you can play. The graphics is horrible, but it's just, I don't get it. It's simple, man. It's like one of those things. It's like those cartoons, like, you know, South Park. That's simple. Like, they literally have little, you know, their costumes not too much. It's a bunch of shapes. But it's something simple like that, and people like it, man.
Just catchy.
It's catchy. It looked like when 64 first came out, when they had the bubble figures. That's what they did. Yeah. God,
that Mario game. Now I look back at it, and graphics were so trash. But now, but then it was
crazy,
popping.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. I don't know. It's just gonna be interesting to see, man. I'm kind of excited for it. I wanna see where it goes, and I want to jump on this wave, man. This is interesting stuff.
Yeah, definitely, man. And you gotta find another way to kind of make it popping. You know, a lot of people get paid off shows. A lot of people get paid off appearances. You know, you got your people out there that actually tours. Like, that's, you know,
that's the next thing. How we gonna see our favorite artists now?
Exactly. Digital only works for right now. I don't think nobody's going to continue to do that, because that when that happens, people are going to be working again. So it's still going to be a hurt. It's still going to be a hurt.
Because they're still going to let people go back to work, but they're not necessarily going to let people gather in like 1,000 people, 2,000 people in a club. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to let it go down like that.
Yeah, nah. So it's going to be a tight year.
You know, there's an app. I've actually seen it a while ago. It's been out for over a year. It may be even longer than that, but there's an app where you can rent or you can pay your favorite celebrity to go on and give you a shout out on their phone, and they send it to you.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like, say you're a huge fan of Hugh Jackman, the actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Nicole Kidman or whoever's. They got a list of all the people they have that do it. And of course, it's their booking agent that's doing it. And be like, all right, boom, $75, and you can get Denzel Washington and say happy birthday to you or something like that. And Making Good to come out and say happy birthday to you or something.
Yes.
I'm saying they were doing this way before the lockdown happened, and I'm just thinking, just you bringing that up to my attention or reminding me of that just made me think, damn, there are already platforms to start doing that.
Yep.
These stars, celebrities, personalities are gonna have to be more and more personable, more and more interactive with the people now.
Yeah, it's almost like those the girls are with those OnlyFans. You heard about that?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I ain't even gonna front like some of these dudes front talk about they don't know it. Of course, but basically that's pay for porn, man. Tell me not. I'm gonna call a spade, bro. I don't sugarcoat shit. You know we don't sugarcoat shit on this show, man. It's 12:01. You get how the fuck we feel.
They're raw, no?
That shit is porn, bro.
It's real.
When
I saw somebody post, it was like, yo, they're like, listen, you guys out here, y'all just spending money on everything. It was like, porn is free. And you want to pay somebody to not be naked or just to shake your butt.
Shake your ass. And then people on there talking about, yeah, they OnlyFans is trash or this and that and that. I seen Big Sean talking to Janae Aiko.
Yeah.
Janae Aiko.
Yeah.
I know one of those is right. I played it like roulette. I put 50 of them down. One of them shits got a hit. Listen, they was talking, and old boy, I caught a snippet of it, right? I got so mad. Old boy said to her, oh, show your tits, ha, ha, ha. But he was like, oh, do an OnlyFans. And she was like, what? And she caught his ass. She goes, what's an OnlyFans? And he goes, I don't know. I'm just saying it. I heard it somewhere. I'm like, this nigga lies. He lying. Just say it. It's it's a thing you pay a shorty to shake her ass. Or if you got a real live one, they gonna do some nasty shit, bro. They be on their OnlyFans doing some nasty shit.
I believe it. I believe it, man.
They be in there getting down. And when we was talking about earlier about paying some of these stripper chicks like $25 to promote your song, or whatever, and they be getting mad tips. They be getting them tips on them joints, and the bell be ringing on their ass. I'm like, yo, they are racking up, bro.
Yeah, everybody pimping the internet right now, man.
That's what I'm telling you. Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. It was a lot of shorties I knew that were doing this Backpage thing. You remember the Backpage thing that was going on in New York? You ever heard about that?
No, what's that?
All right, so Backpage, again, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not gonna say in bullshit like some people would do about this shit. Backpage was an online Craigslist. You know Craigslist?
Okay, yeah.
So it was the portion of Craigslist that you would go to looking for what's the proper name for it? An escort. That's the proper name.
Right.
Backpage was just straight up escorts. So people would go to Craigslist and da. But Backpage was just that, for just that service alone.
Right.
So basically now, back when Backpage was going on, there was a lot of people that were like living two lives. There was a lot of chicks that had their boyfriend or had their husband or had their main squeeze, and they had their Backpage, and they was literally going out here being escorts, like a nighttime worker. I really don't know no nice way to say it. A prosty is the prosty, yo. You a prosty, son. I don't even know. I can't sugarcoat it, man. You a prosty. You a prostitute. You a hooker, like my dude. Like, there's no nice way to say it. But they was living dual lives, like, and I ran into a lot of chicks that basically admitted, like, this and that and that. I'm like, oh, and he don't know. That's crazy. Like, like I'm like, yo, that's wow. So, basically it's the same thing. A lot of these shorties is out here living dual lives. They got that joint and they got their OnlyFans, and I'm like, the internet, if it's not one thing about the internet, is it will always come back to haunt you, and it will always tell the truth.
Thanks.
If there's only one true thing you can say about the internet, is it always wins.
Yeah.
I've not yet seen or heard of anyone that beat the internet yet, bro. So if you have any type of presence at all online, best believe that shit is coming out.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they should stop sugarcoating this shit. Just call it what it is. It's online prosty. You know, there's a market. Listen,
The microphone is everything, bro.
listen. Huge history buff, and for some reason, it's the weird things in history that always stick with me. This is the oldest profession.
What?
Money for sex.
Yeah.
Money for sex is the oldest profession. Goes back to the Bible. It goes back to before they were actually writing things down. They were actually trading and offering things up for, I guess we'll call it escorting, right?
Yeah.
This is the oldest profession. Now we're in the 21st century. Now we're moving past the 21st century. Bruh, this is still
It is.
the go-to profession. All these people done lost their jobs. All these bartenders and these bottle girls done lost their jobs. Guess what started the next day?
Motherfucker,
Motherfucker, OnlyFans. Motherfucker, I'm gonna do OnlyFans. I'm gonna give you one of these. I'm gonna do OnlyFans. That's it. That's real, bro. I know I got passionate about that shit, but it's been a long time. I'm glad you brought it up because a long time I've been wanting to speak about some of this stuff. It's crazy.
I just recently saw. I'm like, what the heck is that?
Listen, bro. Yo, shout out to Shay. I know you don't know nothing about that, and just knowing me don't mean nothing. Shay, I'm gonna keep. Don't worry about it. I'm the one that got. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that got. But nah, man. I know you a legit dude. You a good dude, man. I know. This is just something I had to. You could tell it was on my chest. I'm like, yo,
bro, you released that one, bro.
Bruh, like you got an OnlyFans. You a prostitute? Just say it. Just say it. Take money for this. That's it.
That's it.
Be what it is.
Ain't no sugarcoat.
Nah, I'm not gonna sit here and judge you for it. I never judge a woman or a man, much less for what he do. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge nobody, but it is what it is. Just please be honest with yourself. That's it. Don't be out here trying to live no dual lives, because that's the one thing I didn't like. I actually had a real good friend of mine, and she was a stripper. She worked at a strip club in Long Island. Right. And we were friends, like platonic friends. Like I never messed around and tried to even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I knew she had a man. I knew she had a boyfriend, and you know, obviously he was cool with her being a stripper.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Yeah, that's a lifestyle. You know, it is what it is. You go to the job, you clock in, you clock out. Yeah. Fine, whatever. But the thing he didn't know about is she was doing and I'm not gonna name her, but she was doing the Backpage thing on the side, bro. And that's where I was like, yo, that's kind of deceitful, son. You shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like where my support for this person like stopped. I was like, nah, I can't get down with that.
Yeah, no,
I can't get down with that, because if you're not gonna be honest with yourself, you can't expect to be honest with nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Then you usually get dragged into situations too, like, bro,
Bro, I don't even want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
She asked me to damn, I'm shit. I hope she don't watch this. I'm glad we only got like 5-6 viewers, bro, because I'm seriously I'm dropping jewels on her. She asked me to drive. Like, can you drive me? I was like, no. I wasn't gonna be no pimp or nothing. But I was literally she needed somebody to drive her. And I was like, no, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I was like, why don't you get your man to do it? And that's when she told me, oh, he don't know. Oh my God,
I'm not trying to be
That's 2 strikes. That's strike 1 and strike 2.
I'm not trying to be in a competition. No.
Can't. And plus, you gonna have me out there waiting in the car. What I look like?
No taxi.
You know what I'm saying? You get an Uber for that.
Yeah,
get you an Uber. And then now it got me thinking, damn, I'm glad I never did Uber, because you never know the type of people you be picking up. She might have been.
Listen, the worst, I used to drive Uber back when in Savannah, man. And the worst situation I had with that was, it was one morning, it was like a Thursday morning, something like that. It was a random morning. So I had to go all the way out to this place called Wilmington Island. It's probably like 20 minutes outside the city. And with the Wilmington Island, it was this guy and this chick getting in the car. The guy is tore up. The chick is tore up. So, you know, they talking about last night or whatever. Obviously, they didn't meet each other. And they met each other last night because he don't remember her name or whatever. She's trying to remember his name, whatever. We get to the guy's job because he had to go to his job. He was late for work. I drop him off to the job, and he was like, hey, I have fun with you. Bro, I sent your money, and hops out. And the girl is still here. And I'm just like, yo, what in the world just happened? And she's like, that jerk, he left me. He said he was going to pay for my crash, my Uber, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm just like,
Oh, he just kind of Uber pooled it, and he paid his portion of it, and he bounced.
He bounced, bro. I was like, yo.
Yo, that's cold, man.
I was like, yo, man. So yeah, I didn't know how to take the chick to the hotel. That was like probably 15 minutes away.
Bruh, listen, man.
I was like, yo, that was it. I cut my light off for the day after that. I was like, all right, I'm done.
You liked it, man? I couldn't do Uber passenger, man. I did Uber Eats. I did Uber Eats for a long time. I still got it active. I think I still got it active. But I used to do that for a long time, man. I liked it. Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you ain't got to deal with nobody. Like you deal with people at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then most of the time, most of the time, people didn't want to see their delivery man anyway. They was actually like, leave it here, leave it there, leave it at the front desk, whatever. I was never really seeing people to begin with.
Okay.
But yeah, not a passenger I couldn't do, bro, because I heard horror stories. People like, you pick up somebody drunk from the club and they throw up all in the whip.
Yeah, I ain't have that thing guy.
But all types of crazy stuff. Like old boy dips on his date and leaves you with it.
Everybody has an Uber story if they done it, man. It's always one. That was my one. I was like, okay, wow.
Well, I mean, actually, you know what? Because they are keeping a lot of things going right now. Even though they probably ain't picking up too many people, unless it's maybe essential workers and like maybe healthcare workers. But shout out to all of them, man. Shout out to especially the Uber Eats drivers that are still out here doing it. Because I'm gonna take. Say what?
Say shouts out to my essential work.
For word to all the essential workers, healthcare, anybody. If you got to get up and go to Target, get up and go to Walmart, get up and go to the deli. You know what I mean? Shout out to French Montana, still making them chopped cheese. You dig what I'm saying? He left it too, because that's the nicest thing I could say about him. Yeah. But yeah, no. Shout out to all the essential workers, man. Shout out to 132. Shout out to OTM. Brown Liquor's still out there. That's all still out there. We about to drop again. Watch out for Vibes on y'all. Vibes on about to come up. Did you get to see the footage?
No, I got it downloaded. I just got to check it out. I've been working on some work right now.
It's all good. Birdman hands. Ooh, when you see that Playboy?
I saw a snippet you had on your story, man. It looked like you was in Florida, bro.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. That was green screen, bro. That was one of the things you got over there. I got the green screen. I just took it down off the wall. You know what I'm saying? I just took it down.
It looks so real, man.
Well, technology. Travis Scott. You see what Travis Scott did out there with the avatar on Fortnite, man? It was 2020, dog. He's not playing. Stop trying to pull my card. You know I'm in New York. Anyway, listen. But nah, for real though. That video is gonna be fire, y'all. Watch out for that. We got the Journeyers out there. Make sure you're running them numbers up on the Journey, man. Journey's out everywhere. We got that out in all platforms, out on YouTube. The video's out. Video we shot in Baltimore. It's lit. We about to come up with the backup to it, too. You working on some other music out there, man. So we dropping a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be fire, man.
For sure. I seen your last 5 minutes of Twizzling, too. That was fire, bro.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you.
You did another one today?
Yeah, I'm about to do one after we get off of here. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. And I'm out.
For sure. Yo, brother, I appreciate you. And, to everybody watching, man, just, no matter what's going on, there's still, I'm going to say it every episode that we've been in the corona. I'm going to continue to say it on every episode while this is going on. No matter what's happening, there's no reason why we can't be nice to one another. You know what I'm saying? This might change the way we live, but this don't have to change who we are and the way we act. You know what I'm saying? And as always, if you're watching us for the first time or you checking us out from the last time, we love you. We appreciate you. And for sure, man, I mean this more than ever, man. Without you, there would be no us. There'd be no reason for us to be up, all times of night, hopping on the cam and doing shows and all that. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you. We love you, man. Thank you for rocking with us, man. It's 12:01, baby.
Yeah.
Houston, we have a program alarm, 1201. You will go on the 1201 ring. Roger, go 1201.